So Fat Joe had kind of went viral for a little bit. You know, he was doing like an Instagram live, and he was comparing Michael Jackson and Chris Brown, and he was basically saying how Chris Brown is like the Michael Jackson of, you know, his generation, of this time. And, you know, I think, you know, that has kind of panned people out from one side to the other, because it's like, you know, while I think both of them are incredibly talented, you know, Chris Brown is, you know, he's just, you know, he's a beast when it comes to, you know, the music, the singing, the dancing. He also can ball. He's a basketball player. He's a writer. You know, he can act. He did a couple of movies. He got some little acting chops, and he's just an all-around ball of talent. He's a multi-talented guy. I think with Fat Joe, kind of went into it from a point that I was when I was looking at it, that with an artist's legacy, your legacy becomes, you know, tarnished and is tainted, especially more so when you have some kind of controversy or some negative, you know, situations where the public is looking at you with the side eye. And I will say, because of the whole Rihanna situation, how, you know, he attacked Rihanna back in, I think, 2009, 08 or 09, that tarnished his image and his career for a while. And even though it took a while for him to get back, you know, up to where he is now, he does have a great body of work. I definitely feel his body of work is amazing. He's had his moments of being, you know, labeled the king of R&B, his sound, his style. You know, he fits very much for his generation. And I do think that he is definitely one of the leaders of his generation. When I look at Michael Jackson, my experience, Michael Jackson to me I think his impact was so much stronger in comparison to so many artists, because Michael was not only with the, you know, being a great singer, a dancer, a performer, an electric performer, he was a visionary. You know what I'm saying? Very much a visionary. That the body of work that he gave you, when you think about, you know, Thriller, you think about Bad, you think about Dangerous, even History. There was something with it. There was a visual that went with it, where it was more like a movie. It didn't even feel like it was just an album. It felt like it was a whole movie. It was a whole crazy experience with Michael Jackson. And I think that's why, you know, dating way back to when he was doing those tours, and he had, like, you know, he had people passing out at his concerts. You know, if he touched them, they were passing out. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it. You know, a human being getting that much, you know, praise and fame and worship or whatever. I think that gets a little crazy. It gets a little scary when it goes in that direction, in my opinion. But I just think that his impact was just crazy. It was so much stronger. And I feel Chris Brown, you know, for me, I'm sure he has fans that they got that from him. You know, I didn't really get that from Chris Brown, to be honest. I always thought, like I said, he was just this amazing talent, and he had some pretty hot songs. But me, I just don't really see the comparison. I think Chris Brown is great in his own lane, and, you know, we kind of should get away from, you know, doing these comparisons sometimes, because I think when you do comparisons like this, it kind of diminishes the other artists who has had their own, you know, walk through life, their own journey, their own career. You know, Chris Brown had his own career, you know, and his own accomplishments. He's accomplished a lot.